Hey guys, thanks for watching the Install Pros channel. Today we're going to be showing you how to remove the window tint off your back window when you've got defroster lines. We're going to be showing you two methods that you can use so that you don't ruin the defroster on your back window. So we'll get started.
This steamer is just a regular clothing steamer that you can pick up at a Walmart or a local hardware store usually. You're going to have a variety of different films on your back window. Some of you may have purple tint, blurry tint. You just want to remove it and go darker or lighter. It can be bubbled. I'm going to show you two methods that will get you through any type of removal that you might run up against. So the first thing that you want to do is grab a 1-inch box razor blade. Again, the rear window has a defroster. You can't use this on any of the defroster lines. If you damage one line, none of them will work. Okay, so this is going to be used just on the edge, just a little bit to start peeling the film so you can get a hold of it, and then you won't use this blade anymore. I'm going to show you how to get the film started. Okay. Okay, so find an edge here right on the edge. You may have some black dots or just a black band around the window. Again, don't get into the defroster line. Just come below the defroster line on the edge here. Push the blade on the glass and just twist it to the side like this. You can see there that started the film. Okay? If you pull a little piece like that and it peels off, you can just come back over here and right next to that and get another little piece started. Just make sure that you don't cut the defroster line with the blade. You start on the edge. Okay? Occasionally, you're not going to get lucky very often, but some of you may get lucky about 2% of the time and start peeling the tint and it just comes off and leaves no glue. Awesome, you're done in 10 minutes. Most of the time it's going to leave glue. So you're going to grab the steamer once you've got it started. And you're going to steam the film. Just go ahead and hold it there and kind of steam the film for a couple of minutes. Let it start warming up the film. But what you want to do is stay right out ahead of where you're pulling. So I'm pulling this piece this way. So I really want my steam just where I'm at and right ahead. So you don't burn your finger. Just, steam the area close to where you're going to start first and move out over here. Then grab the film. Okay, you want to get the steam right in front and pull really slow. The idea is to pull super slow. Less chance of leaving glue on the window when you're done. So you can see I'm steaming right ahead of how I'm pulling there. I'm actually being successful. I can tell that there is no glue on the window. That's a little bit of fog there, but that's left no glue with the steamer. When I first started pulling the film, when it was dry, I hadn't used the steamer, it left a patch of glue right there. And as soon as I used the steamer, it didn't leave any more glue. So no damage to the defroster, no glue to clean up when you're done. If your film is purple or bubbled, this is kind of old here, it's a little purple, not bubbled yet, but if you had some really old tint that was purple and bubbled, what you're going to find is as you start pulling it off, it's going to come into little pieces and break off. If you do leave a little bit of glue as you're steaming it off, the tint jumps and it leaves a little line of glue, or you get some glue left behind. White Scotch-Brite pad only. Don't use anything else. This will not scratch your glass. Green, gray, red, they'll scratch your glass. You'll ruin it. So there was a little piece of glue it left right here when I first started before I used the steamer. So you just make sure that it's wet. It's still kind of wet here from the steam. And just take your finger and scrub back and forth, and that's removed that glue. So if you steamed the film, brought all this film off, and you had some patches of glue, you take your white Scotch-Brite pad and go around with the window wet and just scrub that off. If you had a lot of glue, you're going to get glue on this pad. You're going to want to flip it and stay on a nice clean spot. Throw that pad away, go to another piece. This Scotch-Brite pad isn't very expensive, so just use it. Keep a good piece so you're not making your job any harder on yourself than you need to. If you get a back window that's very purple and very bubbled, and you're using the steamer and it's coming in little pieces and you're kind of fighting it, I'm going to show you a way to kind of keep that old film together and get it to not leave glue by heating the glass from the outside and getting it really hot. Okay, so grab a heat gun, a good high temp commercial grade heat gun. I like these blue adjustable heat guns here. They seem to get really hot and work really well. So you turn it on high. You always want the highest temperature. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and heat the glass from the outside and get it really hot to touch. You're not going to damage the glass with this heat gun. This is tempered glass. You can get as hot as you want with this and it's not going to crack it or break it. Some cars have laminated glass on the sides, higher end cars, or on the windshield. You don't want to use this process on a windshield or a high-end car with laminated glass on the side. Tempered glass, which is all the rear windows and 90% of all the side windows on vehicles. So you're going to go ahead and turn this to high. I'm going to heat up the glass really hot on the outside. So I've got this piece here and I've stopped. So if I pull this without the steamer and it jumps, you can see the glue that it's leaving here. There's glue there. Okay, so if I get that really hot from the outside, and it takes a couple minutes, you got to spend 1 to 3 minutes of consistent heat right on the line where the film's coming off and get that glass really hot. What that does is it releases the adhesive from the glass and the glue stays stuck to the film. Okay? The reason the purple bubble tint peels off into little pieces and flakes and you find it and got to pick at it is because the adhesive is stronger, it's staying stuck to the glass, so as you pull the film it's just breaking. If that adhesive is softened and it comes off easier, you'll get bigger pieces of film as you're pulling at the purple bubble tint. So you go ahead and heat this up real good here. It takes a lot of heat. If you have a friend or someone, you could always, you're in the back of a car, have them on the outside of the car heating and getting it really hot while you're inside there just pulling the film. Okay? So now I've got that real hot right there for about an inch out in front of where I'm pulling. And I'm going to pull real slow. You see how easy that's coming off like butter? It's just coming right off. I'm barely pulling that, leaving no glue. No glue because of the heat. And that glass is extremely hot. If I sprayed it, it would probably sizzle, you know. So, and the defroster line, we're not scraping that off with the razor blade, so we're not damaging the defroster line. Only use this to start. Don't use this on any defroster lines. Reminder. Okay, then you're going to go ahead and you would just continue to either steam it with the steamer here out ahead of yourself and pull the film really slow. Pull slow because you don't want it to tear and have to start a new spot again and all that. Just be patient. The slower the better. Less chance of leaving glue. You'll get one big piece. And just keep steaming. Go real slow. Okay? And if your film is tearing, it's thin, it's old, it's purple, bubbled, like I said, put the heat gun on the outside and heat ahead of yourself and pull. The idea is to not leave any glue that you have to get off, because a lot of times people leave glue and then they want to come take a blade and scrape it off. You don't want to do that. Any glue that you leave behind, little bit, a big patch, it leaves all the glue. Okay? Say you're unsuccessful and it just left most of the glue. Okay? What you're going to want to do is just get the window wet. I mean, you can get it wet with a steamer, a spray bottle. Always make sure it's wet when you use this. Okay? And then you can see some lines right there. I don't know if you can see, there's a few glue lines there. If you do it dry, it doesn't really do much. It just kind of sticks and smears around. If you get it wet, see these two lines right here, I don't know if you can see those. That's adhesive, so that's a little bit behind. If you were to scrape through that with a blade, you'd ruin your defroster. So you get it wet, take the Scotch-Brite pad, and the lines are gone, and your defroster's safe. So that's how you successfully remove window film, whether it be new film or old purple bubble film that's coming off, without damaging your rear defroster, without scraping the lines, and that's how you get the glue off if you leave any. As you can see here, we've removed the film. It left very little glue. We've cleaned the glue off with the white Scotch-Brite pad and cleaned the window. You now have a clean, clear piece of glass with no damage to the defroster and no adhesive.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. If you found it helpful, please take the time to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you removed your film now and you're going to install a new piece of tint, check out the description of this video. We'll offer a discount on one of our computer cut kits. We have videos that show you how to install them. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. From time to time, we do giveaways.